Hi guys, welcome to the new video on my channel. I'm really happy to see you once again here. And today is another beautiful day to be happy actually, and I really have a good mood today. So before I will start to discuss the reasons why I love Iran so much, the country I've been to so many times, as I said in the previous video of mine, I just want to say thank you so much for your support, for your comments, for your opinions. It really means a lot for me, and I really appreciate any kind of support you provide for my channel. Thank you just so much, and let's get started. So after visiting Iran so many times, I was thinking like what can be the first reason why I love this country so much, because honestly I have many, and when we travel of course we have good experience and we also have bad experience, unfortunately. But I need to say that I have never had a bad experience in Iran for all the 7 times I traveled to this beautiful country. I want to say that I think the first reason why I love this country so much is of course people. People in Iran are very hospitable, friendly, warm, welcoming. For all the times I traveled to Iran, I can say that wherever I went, I was feeling myself like I'm home. It was really beautiful experience to share some moments with people I met on my road, and I want to say that wherever you go, people will treat you like they know you for all their life. For example, I went to many different cities and I remember that wherever I went, mosques, bazaars, different public places, or even having some conversations on the streets with the people, and they always were really warm. When you have conversations with them, you feel yourself like it's your best friend in life. So I can say I really enjoyed my trips to different cities when I was treated really well, and I can't say anything bad about this. I really love it. So the second reason why I love this country is of course food. I think the majority of the people who travel to different countries, they always try to find the best of the cuisine in this country, and Iran is not exception of course. For example, I like so much orme sabzi, my favorite one, my top one dish in Iran. It's very delicious and it's national actually dish, and I think when you travel to Iran you just must to try this dish, because if you don't, your trip is pointless. In spite of its simplicity, I should admit that orme sabzi is truly unique dish. You can't find it in any other countries. It's completely Iranian dish, not like kebab for example, shawarma or something like that. It's a mixture of rice and sabzi. Sabzi, it's a combination of different plants. Unfortunately, I don't remember all of them, but this is the combination of plants, meat and beans. And I think it's just very good combination. Of course, you can try this dish in every corner. You can find it in any place you want to go. And I think for many people it's also the #1 dish in Iran. It's just absolutely delicious, just insane. The second dish I like so much is fesenjun. Absolutely also very interesting combination of different flavors, and you must try it when you travel to Iran of course. And I can count endlessly because there are many dishes I like actually in Iran, and all of them are super delicious for me. Qaymeh, kale poche, lobia polo, kashke bodomjun, zereshk polo, different types of kebab, juje kebab, and so on and so on. So I should say that Iran really a good place for people who like to try something new, just a paradise. And when you travel to this country, you absolutely must visit some traditional restaurants. Okay, my third reason why I love Iran, of course, it's poetry. And I should say that Iran is really rich in this aspect, because in the history of Iran there was like a huge plenty of different poets and very famous poets. For example, Ferdowsi, I think this is the most famous and iconic poet in Iran, and he has a lot of different works. Iran also had such a poets like Hafez, Omar Khayyam, Saadi, Maulana, and so on. There are many. Alright guys, so the next reason is music. I should say that I was really impressed by beauty of music when I was traveling to Iran. When I came to Iran the first time, I listened some music which didn't impress me, honestly, I should admit, but with time of course I discovered more and I listened more, and I for now should say that music in Iran is also very beautiful and diverse. I will give you some examples. One of the most recognizable figures in pop music in Iran, which had really a big popularity, but unfortunately now is not alive. The woman who maybe changed, I think, music industry in Iran is Haide. Haide was really famous in Iran, and I think she is the woman that made a new direction in the music industry in Iran, as I said, and she has in plenty of compositions and songs which people know in Iran. I think you can come to any place in Iran and you can play this music and all people will know it. You will not find any person who doesn't know Haide, trust me. And also very good example of pop music, her sister Mahasti, which also has a beautiful voice, and she also was really popular. But I think Haide was even more popular in Iran. So if you want to understand how the pop music was in Iran 30-40 years ago, you absolutely must listen Haide Mahasti. There are also many other compositors and singers which had really huge impact in music in Iran. For example, Shajarian, very talented classical singer, Abi, Moin, and many others. You can find in the internet if you are interested. Okay, let's go to the next reason, and the next reason is architecture, of course. Iran is the most ancient civilization in this world, and I just was completely, totally, absolutely impressed by architectural styles that Iran has nowadays. For example, when you go to the cities like Kashan, you can find many different mansions, and each of them has unique style which is not repeatable, and it's just like absolutely magical beauty you can observe. I just recommend you so much to visit this beautiful city. Moreover, cities like Shiraz and Esfahan, which are the most beautiful in my opinion, and most touristical, I would say, that the most tourists go to these cities because these two cities have the vast majority of different cultural and historical sites. For example, different mosques, different mansions, and all this beautiful combination of these different architectural styles. It's just mind-blowing. Trust me, just mind-blowing when you see all this by your eyes. So when you come to Iran, be sure to discover as much as you can in the aspect of architecture, because as I said before, this country can offer a lot and it's really magnificent. The next reason is maybe a little bit specific and maybe not a lot of people could mention it, but I want, because I think it can be also a really significant reason why you can visit this country. So the reason is bazaars. And bazaars in Iran are just impressively beautiful and absolutely interesting to visit, because these bazaars, these places have everything you want, literally. For example, when you are in the center of Tehran, you can find Bazar Bozorg or Grand Bazaar, which is notable and most famous and most popular bazaar in all Iran. This bazaar has a really long history and it's considered as one of the biggest bazaars in Middle East, as I know. So as I said, in this bazaar you can find just everything, from jewelry, spices, food, to different types of clothes, sweets, many different types of old things, for example coins, money, and it's just really impressive. It's that big that if you want to discover all this bazaar, you need to spend quite much time, trust me, it's just insanely big. I remember when I traveled to Iran the first time and when I came to this bazaar, I got lost. I couldn't find my friend and I didn't understand where I am, and I don't know what the miracle happened that I found my friend. It was really funny, but at the same time beautiful. By the way, I forgot to say about bazaar in Tajrish. Tajrish is the expensive neighborhood in the north of Tehran, which is also very famous, and this is the place where people love to spend time. And actually this is the place which never sleeps. You can come even at night, in deep night, and you will see a lot of activity, people doing something. So bazaar in Tajrish also is quite old, and I absolutely recommend you to visit not just this bazaar but also some places close to this bazaar, because this neighborhood, this area is also very big. So the next and I think last reason why I love Iran that much, I should say that Iran has absolutely beautiful nature. If you like something more cool and cold, you can go to the north of Iran and visit the provinces like Mazandaran and Gilan. They have many parks, waterfalls, forests, national parks. You can also enjoy Pacific Sea in the cities like Chalus or Bandar Anzali and so on. If you are a fan of hot weather, of course you must visit cities like Ahvaz, Shiraz or Yazd. And if you want to see incredible views on the south of Iran, you can find many beautiful islands which are very famous even in the world. The islands like Kish, Keshm and Hormuz can be also a very beautiful experience in your trip. The cities like Chabahar and Bandar Abbas are very beautiful and it just must be in your list to travel. So guys, on this note I should say thank you so much for watching this video and being with me. Let me know your reasons why you want to travel to Iran, or if you traveled to Iran before, so let me know how was your experience, because as now I read more information and discover more about this country, I would like to know your opinion. What do you think about this? Of course, I should say that Iran has many problems and mostly because of the government, but in spite of these problems, Iran still can be one of the best choices to visit in Middle East. Well, now Iran is not that Iran which was before revolution, but still it's a very beautiful and very rich culturally and historically country which you must visit for sure in your life. So thank you so much once again. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it yet, and wait for more interesting videos very soon as always. Thank you and goodbye.